I don't want to tell the ugly part.
Yeah,
I really don't. I want to tell all the good parts.
I know.
But that's not going to help anyone out.
Welcome to More Than an Inmate's Girlfriend. I'm your host, Jay, and this week we are getting back to some recaps. I always love the recaps, and I know you guys love the recaps because sometimes we get to talk to someone and they're really in it, or they're on the midst of something else, and people end up wondering whatever happened to those people. So luckily, most of the people that we interview, we keep in touch with, and sometimes they tell us their updates, and sometimes they're interested in speaking to us again about those updates. So this week, we are going to get to talk to QTM again, which for those of you that might not remember, she's from season 1, and I remember her episode very well because initially she was supposed to be an interview before he was released. So right before we were going to speak to her. And then what ended up happening is with scheduling and everything, we ended up only talking to her after he was released. And I think it was like a week or 10 days later. So he was released in February and they went through Valentine's Day together. And then we got to talk to her. So we got to learn about like their first Valentine's Day, how it went, how things were adjusting. But it was still like the first 10 days. And for anybody who's listening who has a loved one that's incarcerated that was released, you know that, and I don't have this experience, this is just me speaking from other people's experience, it's a roller coaster. It's a wild ride, right? And especially when they've been incarcerated for a long time. So now it's been, so we listened in February and now we re-recorded in October, I think. So it's been a minute that they've been together. And QTM came on to talk about it. One of the things I love most about this podcast is not only the wonderful people that I get to meet and interact with, and I hope and pray that one day I will get to meet all of them in person. Part of my goals would be, if Nick was free one day, was just be to travel around the country and just go meet all the people that I've got to interview. But anyway, side note, one of the things about being anonymous is that we're able to open up and be vulnerable about the situations that are happening in our lives and be real about it, because a large part of this journey is very, very lonely because so many people don't understand why we're on it or don't understand. And I find just in general, relationships are very tricky and not always happy. And when our guests are anonymous, they're able to be more vulnerable about the situation without the fear of their loved ones knowing what's going on, because oftentimes we hide the realities of what's going on, especially in our relationships, because we don't want our friends and family to judge our significant others, because, I mean, we're all human at the end of the day. I, for one, have learned that I can't hold anything in and that it really affects me. So, like, for example, Nick and I have probably fought like 5 times in the last 2 years, but we're not agreeing right now on some things. And it's hard to be in disagreement with your loved one, you know, just a couple days of fighting. And I'm like, oh, I cannot understand how people live this life in relationships that are constantly fighting, because I can't do it. Like, I don't want to fight with him. And, you know, our lack of being able to communicate doesn't help at all. Anyways, the whole point of this is that being vulnerable and open and sharing your story on these platforms really helps a lot of people. And QTM is going through some very real situations right now, and she was so vulnerable and open about them and sharing them. I just admire her very much for being able to share that and be sacrificing so that other people understand that these things happen and that they're not the only ones that it's happened to. And she's navigating it in her own way. And I also love that this community is so non-judgmental, and quite the opposite, is so supportive. So she knows that in releasing this episode, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to relate to her. She's going to help a lot. So I really admire her for doing that and being so open and honest. Sometimes when we start these interviews, we don't know how the person's going to be. And if you want to portray all sunshine and rainbows, then that's okay. You can do that. You can show that part of the world if you want. But then we have the parts that aren't all sunshine and rainbows. And that's how we build connection, right? So love her for that. For those of you that aren't following our social media, and we really didn't do anything big, and I think it's just because we are all going through a lot right now. Like me and AJ are both trying to do a bunch of stuff. We're working on a bunch of projects that you guys will hear about soon. But we just passed our 1 year anniversary. We made it a whole year. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe where this podcast has gone in the last year. I cannot believe the people that I've met in the last year, the people I've gotten to interview. It's just been incredible. And I'm so grateful for the experience and what we've built. AJ and I have planned on expanding into different avenues. So the success of this has really helped us, and we really enjoyed doing it. And we're looking at doing a little bit more with the name, with the More Than an Inmate's Girlfriend name. So keep an eye out on that. In the meantime, holidays are coming up. And for those of you that don't know, I do publish books for incarcerated authors. And you can check out the books at www.bestselfpublications.com if your loved one's interested in publishing their book. We believe in reasonable prices because we don't believe in extorting our loved ones. So that is a big piece of how AJ and I plan our futures with the More Than a Mate's Girlfriend brand, is that we really want to make things inclusive and make sure that it's accessible to all. So yeah, check out some of the books that have been published. I've been busy working on that, and some of them are really cool. There's a children's book that we just published that I'm obsessed with that is called Flying Cupid and the Secret of the Three Mountains, and it is the perfect book for a little girl to read about her dad. There's also, obviously, you guys are aware of Nick's books, The Prisoner Manifesto and Reform Starts With Us. So he's published both of those if you're interested, if your husband or loved one is interested in kind of rehabilitating themselves and reading books on that and the experiences of someone who's a lifer and done 15 years inside, then for sure go pick up those. There is a cookbook on its way out that a lot of people are very excited to release. It should be released in the next week or two, so keep an eye out for that. It is called The Best Prisoner's Cookbook to be Published or something like that. I think that's what it's called. It's by More Than an Inmate, so check it out. That one's coming out soon. So a few books, check it out, www.bestselfpublications.com. Help support your local incarcerated person in their journeys of doing the right thing and being a positive influence on society, and I love it. So we're very excited about it. So yeah, I think that's it. Happy 1 year to More Than an Inmate's Girlfriend. I hope you've enjoyed the first year. I hope you're excited to continue on the journey through the second, and we love and appreciate you all. Please follow us on social media at More Than an Inmate's GF on TikTok or podcast_prison GF on Instagram. Of course, please like and follow the show if you're interested in loving it. Liking the show is easy. You just press the plus button and it really helps us to see how many people are actually listening to us. So please do so. And with that, I hope you enjoy QTM's follow-up episode. You can listen to her first part, which was released last year, and it's QTM. All right, that's it. That's all for now. Take care. Enjoy the episode. Bye. QTM, I am so excited to have you back on the show for round 2.
Thank you.
Most importantly, I am so excited because the first question I have is, are you still together?
We are still together.
How long's it been?
We got out February 10th.
Yep, I remember that because I remember it was right before Valentine's Day, and I remember your Valentine's Day date. I remember talking about it.
Yeah. So it's been a little over 8 months. That's crazy.
Crazy. Are you guys living together?
We are living together. It wasn't too long after he got out.
Yeah.
We moved in together.
Fair. How's that been?
It's been good for the most part. It's been really good.
Yeah.
Adjustments for both of us. I think it's been just as big of an adjustment for me as it has been for him because I was so used to living alone.
Oh, yeah.
It's not been a hard transition, though. It has been a transition for me, but it's not been a hard one. And I think it's still being a transition for him. Yeah. I like to isolate, which makes him isolate easier, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. So March is when you moved in?
Yeah.
Wow. Was it convenience-based, or you were just like, oh, we need to move forward?
Both, but a lot of convenience. Well, I was working in another town, and him with no driver's license, being apart and doing all that was like, okay, we need to make this happen.
Yeah, for sure. What did your family?
My family?
Yeah.
They haven't really said a lot. They've not really said a lot. It's been distant.
Really?
With the family, one of the main things is they don't want him to be around the grandkids.
Okay.
Not yet. I don't know if that's an adjustment time period. When we try to discuss it as a family, we're not adult enough to do that without fighting. But my parents, they're perfectly fine. We'll go down and my dad will come out and hang out and talk with him. And my dad's never done that, ever.
Okay.
So that's big.
So they're weary, but they're adjusting.
Right.
What about his family and his daughter?
His daughter loves me. We usually pick her up on Friday after school and take her home on Sunday night. She anxiously awaits that, which makes me feel amazing because when she's here, it's the closest thing to normalcy, maybe.
Yeah, more lively.
She's had a couple of friends over, and there's laughter in the house, and it's more like a dynamic that someone would want.
Yeah, fair.
That's been nice. His mom, she seems okay with it. We don't really talk a lot, but I don't get bad vibes.
And then his adjustment, not necessarily to you, but to the free world. I remember last time he was weary. What did it take for him to adjust?
That took a little while, maybe a month or two. Also there, I don't like going in public, so it makes it easier for him not to have to go in public.
Fair.
But we had both gotten better, so we would go together. And that got fun, actually.
Oh, nice.
Just not even paying attention to all the people because they give me anxiety. And him, too, just enjoying a grocery shopping day, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, fair.
But he had his second hip surgery.
Oh.
2 weeks ago. So I get out and do everything because it's a lot for him to get out right now.
Wow, hip surgery.
Oh, this is his second one. He had the first one in April.
Wow.
And then the second one 2 weeks ago. I feel like if he hadn't have got out when he did, he may have lost his leg because it was bad.
Wow.
It was really bad. So he's been through a lot of different adjustments. And then when you get used to that adjustment, then something else happens.
Mm-hmm. Was there anything that felt harder than you thought it would be?
Communication.
I think that's everyone's problem.
Girl, still no.
Really?
Communication. It's awful. It's awful.
Is it because of prison? You think, is it like he's closed up?
Nope. He's always been this way.
Oh, really?
And I knew that.
Yeah.
He's only going to tell you just what you need to know when you need to know it.
Yeah. So how have you been navigating it?
Son, a lot of times we can talk about it.
Okay.
A lot of times, but I'm just like, listen, and then he gets mad at me.
Yeah.
But I think what people don't realize in any and everything you do is not just a relationship. Communication is everything.
Yeah.
And I've not always been good at it, and it took me forever, and I still suck at it on any given day. Mm-hmm. But, like, give me something.
Yeah.
So I'm not beat my head against the wall. And then it blows up eventually.
Yeah.
And then when we can finally sit down and talk about it, we're thinking two totally different things because we didn't even communicate it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Communication is huge.
For sure.
But I'm just as guilty. It's on both parts.
I was just recommending a book to a friend. It's called Nonviolent Communication, and Nick had talked about it before. And there are so many times where we think it's just us communicating normally, but people take it differently or take it the wrong way or whatever. And it's a form of violent communication. And I was like, wow, I had no idea. Even being short with someone or like our tone of voice or whatever. And it can completely change the way that what we're saying is interpreted, even unintentionally. And it was happening a lot with my husband at one point. And same thing with us. We blew up. At one point, we got into a huge fight, had to involve his family. It was rough because we weren't communicating properly. I feel like it's common for sure.
And it's the simplest thing to be so hard.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Oh, goodness.
And why is it so much harder with like your partner than it is with like your friends or family, I find too?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Judgment, fear of judgment.
Yeah.
I think is a lot of it. I want to say, I don't care what anybody thinks, but I do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, deep down, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
So that fear of judgment, I feel like, is a lot of times why we don't, or I don't know.
Yeah. Do you feel like this relationship, because he was incarcerated for such a long time before you guys moved in together and everything, do you find it different than your previous relationships?
Oh, yes. Yes, a lot. On most days, minus all the life-on-life term things, the losing the job, the surgeries,
Yeah.
all the life-on-life term things, like if how you would want it to be imagined is how it's been.
Right. That's
For
good.
the most part. Let's go 90%.
Okay. That's nice. Do you think it had to do with the fact that you guys were talking so much before you lived together?
I do. I feel, for me, I got to know him on a deeper level, if that's possible.
Uh-huh.
I'm still peeling them layers back, and he is too.
Yeah.
But just getting to know him and just laughing on the phone, those 20-minute phone calls, do I miss them? Absolutely not. But we cherish those because it's all we had.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then when you're out here and you're free, you take advantage of that.
Mm-hmm.
It's different.
Yeah, for sure. Do you find that you're less close than when you were before, or has it progressed?
No, it's definitely progressed.
Okay.
We have definitely gotten closer.
That's good. You talked a little bit about your daily routines and stuff changing because you were so independent before. How was that for you, making those adjustments and all of a sudden having this person in your life that is adjusting to society? And did you feel like you needed to give him more attention than normal?
Right.
Did you notice that?
So I personally am not, let's say I'm not grounded. Okay. I've moved a lot, all the things. So I adjust very easily.
Okay.
I'm still adjusting to the move from Virginia financially, everything.
Really?
That part I should have stayed in Tennessee. So there's been so many adjustments that I'm adjusting on, and then he's trying to adjust. And then here I get fired, and now I have to swallow my pride and ask him to help me.
Mm-hmm.
That was hard.
Yeah.
That was hard. That was really hard. But I did it. Grudgingly, but I did it. And did he help me? Yes. And I know this is not fair to me. I know that now that I'm not working, and I've had time to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not been able to work.
Oh.
The surgeries, and he's not supposed to even bear weight on that foot and hip. But there is a little money there. My dream is just to pay the bills and let him save and readjust and buy things that he needs and lost and things along the way. So for me, it was really hard for me to ask him to help.
Yeah. I had to do the same thing. I don't like asking my husband either. I haven't had to yet, but it could come. So I'm like, just like a heads up warning, that I might need to. And I feel so bad because how long did it take for him to save up all the money? And I could spend it in like a week, It's hard for sure. I'm the same as you, super independent and want to take care of my own stuff. That I could see that being very difficult when you're used to being a provider. Yeah.
I will tell you something else I have noticed, though, that he is not adjusting well to.
What?
He has, like, 3 T-shirts, 3 or 4 tank tops, 2 pair of pants, 1 pair of sweatpants, 6 pairs of socks, 4 or 5 pair of underwear.
That's it.
You know what I mean? Like, I know that's what he's used to.
Yeah.
And he has no desire to go get anything else. That's his comfort, I think.
Oh, interesting.
And I don't think he realizes that. I've not mentioned it.
Yeah. Because we have a good friend that just got out of prison too, and he'd been there probably a dozen years, I think. And he has a fear of wearing white now because he correlates it with prison. So it like gives him the opposite effect. He won't wear white shoes. He won't wear white shirts, white hat. He can't.
Yes. White T-shirts, white tank tops, his shoes are white leather, polished, shoe polish. We got shoe polish. I ain't seen shoe polish in years.
I didn't.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Interesting.
So, it's total opposite.
Yeah. Those are his comforts.
Mm-hmm. I don't think he realizes it.
Do you remember your first disagreement?
Oh, yeah.
How did you get through it?
It was a very emotional event for me and him both. The oldest son of mine has the 2 grandkids. I moved back and I've missed a lot of their lives, and I want them to be a part of my life. And that's when they had said he could not be around them. So I asked him one night, would he go to his mom's so I could keep the grandkids? And that hurt him. And I knew it would hurt him. So I didn't know what to do.
Right.
I wanted them to come spend the night with me. What do I do?
Yeah.
So I did, and only one grandkid wanted to come stay, and he did, and we had a grand old time. And I woke up the next morning to, I can't do this. This goes against our hopes and our dreams.
Right.
I can't be around those kids, and it goes against everything, and I don't want to put you in the middle of that. And I was crushed. And I'm sure he was too.
Yeah.
I know that hurt him. But do I tell my grandson, no, you can't come spend the night? Or do I say, you need to go spend the night? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a tough spot.
Mm-hmm. So I went with my heart, and I went with what I felt was right.
Yeah.
So anyway, I woke up, didn't know what to say. I think I just put back like, wow, this is how it's going to end or some shit like that, and just let it be. I'm not going to beg you. Like, I'm crushed at this moment. And then he's mad because I'm not going batshit crazy. I can ring his phone off the hook. I'm not that person anymore.
Yeah, you're not toxic.
Well, I didn't think so.
Uh-oh.
No. Not this time, I wasn't.
This time.
So it went back and forth, and it got ugly, and it took away from that time that I got to spend with my grandchild that morning. It just was a really shit day.
Aww.
And then by the end of the day, we were fine.
Oh, good.
We just argued back and forth over text, and then he was like, are you going to come get me or what? And I'm like, what just happened? Yeah, literally, I'm just like, what just happened?
Yeah.
And I just went and got him, and we didn't talk about it anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
And then you never talked about it again after you picked him up?
Yep.
I wonder if he was like, okay, fine, I'm having a moment.
I think so. I think that, and I think maybe he wanted to see how far he pushed me.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe. Could be.
Yeah, because the next one got a little ugly, and he tried to control that.
Yeah.
So I feel like he got to push me the first time, and I didn't really, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the second time.
You did bite?
The next 3 were not pretty.
Oh.
And we're still on the last one.
Was there anything that you would say you had to learn about each other or relearn?
Really and truly, the relationship we had before was not like a relationship.
Yeah.
We hung out, we did some wild shit.
Yeah.
And now it's more like we stay at home.
Yeah.
We pick up his daughter. We go to the grocery store. You know what I mean? Now it's like actual adult life.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking too.
Which I'm loving.
Yeah. It's calm.
We probably need to get out of the house and quit isolating so much, definitely. But I'm loving that lifestyle that I've not had in so long. And
it is an adjustment. You have to learn. It's okay that it's calm. It's okay that we're not fighting. You're still very much in an adjustment period, I would say.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is something that you'll work on forever.
Yeah.
You know, always be adjustments. But
so you talked about communication. What about trust? Is that a thing in your relationship?
Girl, I didn't even know that was going to be a topic.
Oh, no.
In the beginning, we both know what each other used to be like. After we moved in together, I feel like my guard was let down for the first time, maybe ever in my life. I just said, you know what? I'm going to go all or nothing.
Wow.
Because if I don't go all, I'm going to mess this up.
Uh-huh.
If I'm constantly thinking, who's that he's talking to on his new phone? How they got his number already? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I ain't doing it all. And I said, you know what? He's either going to hurt me or he's not. So I gave it all. And there was, I don't know what even made me do it. I've never picked up his phone, and I've never picked up his phone again. He was out of the car. His phone went off. I picked it up, and it was just like some random chick. So I opened it.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Who's not going to? I think you'd be lying if I said you wasn't going to.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they've been chatting it up for about 2 weeks. He was, calling her babes, and he was single. And sending her pictures that I had took of him and his daughter.
Oh, no.
Oh, told her all this stuff that he was working and he did this and that and sent him pictures. I don't know. Somebody else's work, I guess.
Oh, my God.
Sure, it wasn't his.
Definitely wasn't him.
Oh, man. and I lost my shit.
Yeah, that would have been hard. Was that the recent?
Yeah,
Oh.
I lost my shit. We were just down the road from his mom's house, and he got in the car. I pulled out. I lost my shit. I took him back to his mom's house, and I said, "Get the fuck out of my car."
Yeah.
We did that for about 2 hours, probably, in his driveway, and he would not get out. I got tired, so I just came home.
What did he say?
And it's not what you think. It's not what you think. Yeah. Okay, then what is it?
Yeah.
It's not what you think. Then what is it?
How do you explain that? Other than what it...
Yeah, that was fun times. I don't know how long I stayed mad. It wasn't long. That's the bad part about me. I don't stay mad long. It ain't worth it. As I scrolled down, there was many more. I just didn't read them. I mean, why would I do that to myself?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did not.
So
and I don't know. I can't remember how long I stayed mad or what happened.
Oh.
But it just passed on too.
This is a big thing. I'm so mad at him.
It is a big thing. It is a big thing. It is.
Did he know her before he got out?
No, I don't think so. And you know what? You know what's the funniest thing ever? Is it probably wasn't even the girl he thought he was talking to. You know what I mean? It was one of those.
Like a scam.
Yeah. But he ain't real anyway. So he was probably talking to some 300-pound naked man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Carry on.
Oh. I've heard of a lot of people when they come out of prison, especially after long stints, they are easily scammed because they haven't been in the real world in a long time. So they don't recognize technology scams.
Right.
Oh, shit.
There's been many times he's brought in, like, is this a scam? Is this a scam?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. How did you move past? You just accepted it was a mistake?
I think I just played it up as, you know, well, he's been in prison. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I'll give him another chance.
Really?
Yeah.
You're a good woman. But now you're freaked.
I've not looked through his phone or at his phone. I don't know. I have been sitting right beside of him when his Snapchats come through, and it's always naked women, so I don't know. I've never looked again.
Right. I love how this is anonymous, so then we can be so open and honest about what's happening, because we can both attest that you're not the first person that this has happened to someone who's freshly out, right?
I don't want to tell the ugly part.
Yeah.
I really don't. I want to tell all the good parts.
I know.
But that's not going to help anyone else.
Exactly.
When theirs is falling through and they're like, what am I doing wrong? And she's doing right.
Yeah, exactly.
People don't share the ugly part.
Exactly. That's it.
I love this man.
Yeah.
So let me tell you, how much do you take?
Yeah. How much can you justify?
Mm-hmm.
But he did apologize.
No.
No, wouldn't do that.
No.
Yeah.
The only time he's ever apologized was making me upset when he sent me that message when I had the grandkids with me.
Right.
That's the only time he's apologized. That's it.
Wow. Other than these moments that you've talked about where you've had to make compromises, has there been a lot of times where you've had to make compromises? You've obviously made compromises with your grandchildren. You're making compromises on this, moving past this, and choosing to.
Honestly, have compromised everything about myself since he's been out. And this is not his fault. This is not point and blame on him whatsoever. But I have done nothing but focus on him, try to make sure he's okay, the 2 hip surgeries, wait on him hand and foot, and I'm done doing that part.
Why do you think you did?
Why do I think? I don't know. Maybe I wanted him to know that I loved him and that he mattered, and I don't know, just all the things, and that somebody can be good to him and that it don't have to be toxic and be running the roads and screaming and hollering at each other all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wanted him to feel all that, I guess. And I put my all in him. I guess I've not dated in a while, 5 years. I don't know.
It's like you wanted to make it work.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm to the point of? His daughter. It's not just about us now.
Yeah.
There's a 15-year-old involved who loves me. And I love her.
Oh, that's sad.
So, yeah, sometimes.
You're done with the compromising?
Yeah, I am. Mm-hmm. Most definitely. Most definitely. I have to be.
Yeah.
I have to be.
I agree.
I have to be. No matter how much I love him, I have to be.
Because your happiness matters too after a certain point. I get the temporary compromise while he's readjusting. But at some point, you have to protect yourself too and get your needs met. So we're in a new phase right now, is what you're saying.
We are starting a new phase.
It hasn't happened yet, but we're about to start it.
It's going to be different.
I wanted to ask you if he was upholding all the promises and stuff that he had said while he was incarcerated that he would do. And I don't know if he said he would do anything. I don't know that we'd ever talked about it.
I'm just going to leave the answer with no right now.
Okay.
And honestly, because I can't think of anything he has done that he said he was going to do.
And what did he say he was going to do?
Make our life better and...
Adjustments, man. They ain't easy.
Yeah. Yeah, no. No, they're not easy.
I heard it takes at least 2 or 3 years to adjust, really. In what ways have you supported each other during these ups and downs? Do you find there are moments where he's supporting you, or how do you feel that you're supporting him emotionally?
In the beginning, I hoped that I was supporting him emotionally and mentally. I hoped. And he was me.
Okay.
He really was for a little while. And now we act like children. We just don't speak, or we have something smart to say, or...
Yeah.
Right now, I'm on my either like it or leave. I don't care, which is childish, but
yeah.
I'm like, the nice me wasn't working, so let's try this one. Just being childish.
Yeah, because you both know you don't want to leave.
Kind of mean it, though, but...
Yeah. At this point, you mean it. You might not tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah. It's the process. You're going through it. Would you say that the prison time taught you anything about your relationship? It's a hard question.
It is a hard question.
Yeah.
I think the only thing I can really think of right there is that those 20-minute phone calls and those couple-hour visits once a month, like, those were good. You didn't take advantage of that.
Yeah.
You didn't waste it on petty shit.
Yeah.
Something good that came out of that was getting to know him more and his heart more. That quality time was limited. We took advantage of. No.
Yeah. It's true. That's something I think that we should all keep in mind, is that when they're incarcerated, we don't have time to argue or be petty or be stupid because you know that the time's so limited. But then we forget that once you have unlimited time with that person.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's interesting reflection. Has there been any resources offered to him?
No.
I didn't think so.
No, not at all. And I think that is so sad.
Yeah.
Can you imagine people coming out of prison with no resources, no help whatsoever to get something as simple as a driver's license or a photo ID?
Yeah, that's rough.
Who don't have a vehicle to get in the car and go and do the things that they need to do, but they want them to be a productive member of society, but here you go, you're on your own now?
That's crazy.
That's why they go back.
Yeah, for sure. And I hate how different states are so different, because I interviewed someone like last week who was telling me about how great the Louisiana reentry services are and halfway houses, and how like well known they are for helping people reintegrate. And then here they give you nothing.
Tennessee, Knoxville, Tennessee is amazing. So if you know anyone in and around that area,
yeah,
amazing resources.
Did he revert back to any old patterns? And I know that you weren't super close before he was incarcerated, so you might not know. I'm just curious, like we just said, because of the lack of reentry services, he's lucky that he has you and his daughter and his mom to keep him straight. And I know the surgeries have probably kept him pretty homebound. But are you worried about him going back to old patterns, old lifestyles? Yeah.
I am. I know that he still talks to a lot of the same people. I know for a fact he's not seen them because he's always with me, right. Especially since I don't have a job.
Yeah.
But I know that he still keeps in contact with a lot of them.
Oh, really?
But I'm not his mom, so I'm not going to tell him who to talk to. He's a grown-ass man.
Yeah.
But he really doesn't talk about it because he knows, like, I don't care.
Mm. Are we talking about old friends that are currently free or people that are incarcerated?
Yeah, old friends.
Really?
But he does still have friends that call him that he was in with.
Okay. How do you feel about
that? He
has
a couple that still calls him. Mm-hmm.
How does that make you feel?
I really don't feel any type of way. I honestly encouraged it because I know that he knows how they feel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I would usually walk out of the room. That way they could talk because we're always sitting in bed watching TV together.
Yeah. You're fine
right.
with that.
Right.
So at this point, what would your goals be as a couple?
I can't answer that question right now.
It's hard. What kind of advice would you give other couples? Is there anything that you wish you would have done differently?
Other than investing everything of me in him,
yeah,
that would be the one thing I would change. Continue to do the things that I enjoyed before he got out rather than just making it his world.
Yeah, I agree.
But other than that, I don't think I would.
Yeah. Do you feel like you lost yourself?
Yeah.
I think that's a common trend. I think it's a pattern with people that are involved. I feel it too. But I think part of the reason why I was on stress leave from work was because I felt like I lost myself in it also.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I've been working with my therapist a lot on finding what I like again. And I am passionate about prison reform. I'm passionate about advocacy. I'm passionate about this podcast. But it's my whole world now.
Right.
And it's hard. It's like you give everything to this person without realizing it. And then you wake up one day and you're like, uh-oh, who am I again? What do I like? What did I used to do? Like, before him.
And we don't realize it.
Yeah.
And it's not their fault.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's not. It's so crazy, though, how fast that can go into that. But even before, while I was still working, I couldn't wait to clock out and come home to him. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I would change. I would not give my whole self
Yeah.
and everything.
Me too. I had a conversation a couple months ago with my husband saying, I feel like I'm not the same person that you met. Because the person that you met was so lively and so active and so driven and had all these hobbies and had all these things. And I feel like I'm not, like I'm lost. Like I'm not that person anymore. How are you still in love with me? I'm a shell.
Same.
Yeah.
Girl, same.
Yeah.
I mean, in there, I'm going to waterfalls and I'm sending him pictures and I'm going to drag races all by my damn self because I like it. Sending him pictures and can't wait till you get out. And then when he's home, I don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
I think because I've just lost myself.
Yeah.
Thank you for helping me realize that today.
Yeah. Can we make a pact that we're both going to work on it?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. And hold each other accountable.
Yeah, let's do that. And let's check in again in February and see where we're at.
Sounds great.
Let's spend the next 6 months finding ourselves again.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Let's do that.
I'm excited.
And you know what? I would love for him to do this.
Yeah.
Because I would like to hear his side. Otherwise, I'm never going to know.
Well, you know, the offer stands.
I'll let you know.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. I know this interview is probably really hard for you, but I think it's very helpful for a lot of people, and your sacrifice is going to help a lot of people.
I hope so. It would just help one person not feel like they're alone in this.
Yeah. Hang in there.
I will. It's going to be fine.
It's going to be fine. Oh, we love you. And February, I want to hear all about all the things that you are now again. Okay?
All right. You too.
Okay. Deal. Thank you so much. I hope you guys get through this quickly.
Thank you. And thank you for having me.
Yeah. Take care and we'll talk soon.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.